So the last strike we'll look at then with these bands is the straight shot. And even though that's probably going to be our go-to strike in a situation because it's more accurate and it's more likely to penetrate through any cover they might have put up, it's the hardest for a lot of people to get their head around in terms of translating this rotational energy into this type of strike and keeping their arm back there. So we've left it till last. So the way we're going to do this then, if I get somebody to grab this, and we're just going to hold this in the exact same way that we did for the horizontal hook, okay? So chambering my arm back already stretching this muscle out, staying square on to the direction I'm striking in. I'm going to shuffle forward a little bit, enough so there's some tension in there. The non-striking hand, remember, keep it up, okay? And for this one, you can afford to keep your hand open a little bit and get that feel for the palm strike without very little danger of that flying off, as long as you've got your thumb firmly around that, okay? So keep your elbow up. And the reason for that is the same as for why we keep the elbow up on the hook, is to get enough structure in that when we deliver that energy into the target, it goes in and penetrates deep into that target without any leaking back out, yeah? So elbow up, we're not concerning ourselves with this boxing type situation where we're turning back to a guard. Don't worry about the guard, that doesn't really apply to what we're training for as such. So elbow up, and same again. So hip moves forward, head shifts over. All of this stuff goes on while this hand stays back here, and we use this tension to remind us to keep it back there for as long as we can. And so as I shift all that forward as violently as I can, that stretch reflex is initiated in my pectoral muscle here because it doesn't want to get ripped out. And at that last minute it contracts, and when I feel that, that's when I fire my shot. Pick a reference point on the wall that is your target. Have it at head height and directly in front of you, for obvious reasons, yeah? And hit that thing every time. Because otherwise you're going to be like, flailing all over the place. So, and again, let it come back under its own steam. Don't try and punch it forward then bring it back slowly like you're doing one-arm cable presses at the gym. It's a different animal. So keep the hips square on for this. At this point, get as much motion as you can. Shift the head over, move the hip forward, rotate all that round as violently as you can. Keep that arm back there as long as you can. The last minute, fire that forward. And you want to be extending your arm to the point where it is all lined up nicely, and we're pushing that elbow forward, and to an extent your other side, pushing your shoulder forward, and the other side is coming to the rear. So we're really trying to reach out and hit a target there. Yep. Do a few reps on one side, swap over to the other side, and you want your partner to be behind you in such a way that when you fire that forward, you don't have the thing rubbing on your arm or your neck or whatever. If you feel that, just move over and that should sort that out.